So remember how I said I was going to be unhealthy and like just go for the breakfast? Erin is not even having breakfast. She's not a breakfast person and she's being low carb. So clearly she should be doing this and not me.
But I just wanted to take a minute to let you guys know. Last week I was really sick, so I didn't really get to talk to you guys about what this transformation means for me. But I didn't want anybody to think that it was just about weight or that that's where I put all of me or Melanie put value on things. Everyone is beautiful and amazing at any weight that you are. A little bit about my story is that for most of my life, over 30 years, I've been on prednisone, which is a steroid, and off and on, but for very long-term periods. And it's kind of wreaked havoc on my organs. And part of the effects of it, of long-term use, part of how it's affected me is that it has put some pressure on my heart. And so for me, I really need to get my weight down, just because the more you weigh, the harder your heart has to work to pump blood through it. And I want to be here for a very long time. So I didn't want anybody to misconstrue why we're doing this or that it's about vanity. I mean, yeah, I want to look good in jeans. And it is frustrating when you're used to your body being a certain size and then in 2 years you put on 30 pounds. I mean, not that I would know what that is like or anything. Exactly what that's like. And also, this transformation is not just about that. For the past few years, Melanie and I have just been putting everything into Melanie Shawn, and that's amazing and it's great, but it's been at the sacrifice of a lot of balance in our life and time with our family and friends. So we're just kind of trying to reclaim our lives at the same time, and that's part of what this transformation is about as well.
Okay, so I ordered a whole bunch of stuff off of Amazon for making smoothies and boosted coffee with. So MCT oil, some keto collagen. I like this because it has MCT oil and collagen just mixed in one powder. That's pretty cool. But I will tell you that the standout so far, as you can probably tell by the fact that most of these, the levels are just kind of at sample level, and this one is like halfway gone already, is the chocolate Ketology keto shake. It is freaking delicious.
Hey guys, it's Shawna, and last week my sissy inspired me because she was doing so good drinking her water, so much water every day, and sometimes I really forget just because I get busy and, you know, life and all that. So today I'm doing really, really well. I built this up for the 3rd time today, so I have no idea how much that is. It doesn't say. That's a lot of water. But I will say this, just a disclaimer. If you're going to drink this much water, you need to have access to a restroom. Thankfully, mine is just right there. Where is it? Right there. So I'm just a few feet away because I don't know if everyone knows this, but when you drink a lot of water, you pee a lot. So I've been spending lots of time in that bathroom. But it's good. It's good because the water is good for me. And I know that it's not just good for me for like cravings and things like that, but also it'll be good for my skin, which I'm really trying to improve. So anyways, I'm just chugging along on the transformation choo-choo train. Choo-choo!
Hey, so I'm here having breakfast. I'm on the East Coast with the Ever After girls. Hello. And breakfast this morning is starting out with a baked apple. I feel like it's gonna get significantly less healthy after that, and I'm gonna go for it. I'm sorry, I realize that's not the point of this whole thing, but I am. So remember how I said I was going to be unhealthy and like just go for the breakfast? Erin is not even having breakfast. She's not a breakfast person and she's being low carb, so clearly she should be doing this and not me. Okay, so I have to tell you a story that happened to me yesterday. I got tired of like using my Vitamix every time I made just, mix up powder and almond milk. Like, you don't really need a Vitamix for that. And so bought this at the grocery store. So I got an idea. Why don't I mix in some excess wild berry energy drink and some almond milk with my shake powder and have a little like chocolate covered berry situation going on. So I pour everything in here and then I'm shaking it up, and I flip it open and I get a face full of jet propelled powder right into my eyes because no dirt, Melanie, the energy drink is carbonated. So all the shaking was really like shaking up a soda, and then I opened the thing right into my eyes, which is like a goofy story about what a dodo I am. And I immediately am laughing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta call my mom and tell her I'm such a goofball. I gotta call Shawna. Until 15 minutes later, and I still couldn't see straight. And I'm blinking and I'm going in the bathroom and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing. And every time I try to focus, it's still not focusing. It's still all blurry. And I'm like, oh my God, did I scratch my corneas? Or I'm not a doctor. I don't know exactly what happens, but whatever. I'm like, were they so jet propelled into my eyes that little flecks of this powder have now embedded themselves permanently into my eyes? No. Luckily, that is not what happened, but it was a scary moment. Now that it's past, here's what I really thought is even worse than having a permanent injury would be the fact that I had to tell that dumb story every time I explained to someone what happened to me for the rest of my life. That would have really been, I was going to say salt in the wound, but it really would have been like the drink mix shake powder in the wound of that whole situation. I do have to say though, it was delicious. It was really good. Was it worth a permanent disability good? Probably not that level of good, but it was good.
Something very exciting happened this week. I was scrolling through Facebook, probably when I should have been writing, but hey, you know, you have to do it sometimes. And I saw that my friend Sarah and Beck had a picture of a Fitbit, and she was asking people that were her friends who were on Fitbit to be Fitbit friends. And I had no idea that that was even an option on that app. And I've had it since like May. So I got super excited and I asked a bunch of people to be my Fitbit friends. And then I saw my other friend Crystal was doing a step bet, I think it's called, challenge, which she was using her Fitbit. So we started talking about how many steps we get in a day. And I told her that it was a little frustrating for me because I had a death cycle and that my Fitbit didn't count those steps. Then she told me, the genius that Crystal is, that if you put the Fitbit on your ankle, the steps count. And guess what, guys? They do. So now all of my desk cycle steps count towards my Fitbit, and that may not be exciting for you, super exciting for me. And then my friend Elvia was also, I found her in Fitbit and in Fitbit land, and she asked me to be a part of her weekly challenge. We could cheer people on, and this is basically what everything boils down to, guys. If you have goals, find a tribe, find your friends, find people that will encourage you, that will motivate you, that will keep you going, because it really does make a huge difference. And so I want to send a special shout out to Crystal, Elvia, and Sarah. Thank you guys. I love you guys.
So I got some really bad news, which is that Hercules, my dog, has been diagnosed with lymphoma, which is cancer. And so I'm doing chemo, so he's going to be going through chemo treatments. They don't really know like what the prognosis actually is. He's also 15 and he's got a lot of other health problems that can interfere with his chemo treatments and just his like general, you know, like how strong he is to hold up to it. But I guess this doesn't completely have to do with the 20-week transformation, but it is what I'm thinking about a lot. And it kind of, you know, is making it feel like who really cares? Like, honestly, does it really matter if I eat a hamburger? Or, I don't know. I'm really sad. And I'm really scared about what's going to happen to him. And That's what's making it really difficult for me right now. It really does this to F with me, I'm certain of it. I actually think it might be just because I'm holding the camera so stiff. Because when I just step on normally, it doesn't take that long. Well, that's not a disaster. It's not great. But it's not a disaster.
It's Shawna, and this is the week 2 weigh-in, and I'm sitting in my bathroom ready to do it, sort of. So anyways, I'm not stalling or anything to not get on the scale. Maybe a little bit. It's just a number. It's just a number. It is a little embarrassing putting it on the internet, but it's just a number. It'll be fine, whatever it is. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and do this. I'm getting up. Deep breath. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and I don't know how to turn around. I'll just get on up. Okay. Okay, 146. So I think last week I was 149.4, so 146. So that's really good. I've been doing a lot of steps. I've been eating better, really watching my portions, drinking a bunch of water. But anyways, it's not about the number, but I am excited that it was less. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.